Look, before we get into the video, let me just say thanks to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the STC fam. We on the road to 100K subscribers right now. So if you guys appreciate the content, take the time out right now and show me some love and like and subscribe. All right, let's get into the video.
I started brainstorming songs that we'd be playing at our wedding, literally the third day of us knowing each other. My name's Etienne Maurice.
My name's Stephanie Wash, and we've been engaged for about 6 months.
It was the summer of 2021, and I was really popping on this app called Clubhouse. And I had the opportunity of helping promote a show that Stephanie was a producer on. Stephanie slid in my DMs. She said, hey, I know this is really random, but I think you know my aunt. I was like, who's your aunt?
I was talking to my aunt one day, and she asked me how the show was going. And I said, you should join us on one of our Clubhouse talks. You might know Etienne, his mother's Cheryl Lee Ralph. And she said, do I know Etienne? I'm Auntie Vicky to Etienne. He grew up with your cousins. That's when I guess I did slide into your DMs.
She told me that she was going to be in LA that next week for her cousin's birthday. I was also invited to her cousin's birthday, and I was like, oh, well, I'll see you in LA. We should get together. I showed up at her aunt's house.
I was actually, I think, getting up to use the bathroom, and Etienne had walked into the house, and he was walking with my Aunt Vicky outside the doors where I was. And I remember I just kind of like stopped in my tracks. And you know that feeling when you're on a roller coaster and your stomach drops? That's what I felt. So I knew there was something different there. So when I saw Etienne sit down and start to eat his plate of food, I took the opportunity to plop down next to him, and I was like, so, what's up?
We talked a lot about my grandmother, and everybody knows, like, my grandmother is one of my biggest inspirations to have started my organization, Walk Good. In a weird way, I could honestly say I felt like my grandmother's spirit, and I always felt like if Stephanie had met my grandmother, she would have loved her. I showed her videos of my grandmother. I felt like at that moment, there was an immediate connection and somebody who could be my life partner. I think when people say like it was love at first sight, I genuinely feel it was.
One of our like first initial dates was we went to Disneyland, and we decided that we were going to play the songs that we wanted to get married to.
That's how I knew I was crazy in love with this woman, because I started brainstorming songs that we'd be playing at our wedding, literally the third day of us knowing each other.
When I really looked at Etienne and who he was as a person and how we meshed together, I realized that every single thing that I had found in partners previously that I liked and I'd always tried to piece together into one person, I was finding in him.
I noticed myself becoming a better person when I started dating Stephanie. I felt I was able to pay attention to things that I probably wouldn't have paid attention to before because she would check me on it. And I think that was a first for me, and the rest is history.
This story sounds cute, but fellas, here's the thing, bro. You gotta be careful whenever a woman targets you. Now, me personally, fam, I believe if a woman targets you based on the fact that she like your platform, she feels like you got clout, and you also help promote something that she did, she could just be a groupie. And when it comes to groupies, bro, it's wise to treat a groupie like a groupie, because a groupie is going to be a fan of somebody else. That's the thing about a groupie, fam. It's a nature. And you got to think to yourself, bro, whenever a woman slides in a man DM, don't think this is her first time doing it. Don't think you're the only man who DM she slid in. It's just her nature. Her nature is aggressive. I keep telling y'all, man, all the signs are always there. Now look at homie. Homie looks green. He don't even know what's going on. He don't even know her real motive. He don't even know that she lined him up from the jump. From the first time she probably heard this man on Clubhouse. Women are curious. So right away she probably became interested. And then she probably did some research and realized, my aunt might know him. So that's her entry point. And as a man, you gotta be careful, bro. Because you might be thinking, oh, I found the one. Think about it, bro. You found the one because she slid in your DM because she heard you on Clubhouse, bro. Fellas, be wise out here, man. And the worst thing a man could be is oblivious. The worst thing a man could be is oblivious, where he don't even see a woman's angle. And it just shows homie probably didn't have much options. And if he had much options, she probably was his best option. So he instantly wife her up instead of really taking the time out to really get to know her. And like I said, I wouldn't advise any man to wife up a groupie. If a chick slid in your DM off of your platform and all that, bro, off of your cloud, treat her like who she is, bro. Don't think you're special, bro. She been doing that. She been sliding in dudes' DMs, bro.
I shared what I wanted to share specifically. I grew up in a house where my mother was like, what goes on in our house stays in this house. So that's literally how I lived my life. Even in my book now, writing about it, I was not comfortable telling my story because my story involves my mom, my story involves my dad, my story involves my ex-husband. And it's not their decision to write a book, right? It was mine. So it was like I was shielding everything to protect everybody.
How?
Look, fellas, the hoops never fails, bro. If you see a chick with hoops earrings, man, you should already know what time it is, bro. But what story is she talking about besides the fact that she dated Shaq? Who wants to know about her? What's her talent? What is she known for besides being Shaquielle Oneil's ex-wife? Fellas, man, a lot of times, bro, these women be wanting your spot, bro. A lot of times, dog, when you got clout, a lot of these women are clout demons, bro. And she been one.
Shaunie Henderson, formerly Oneil, is getting her Jada Pinkett Smith on, promoting her new memoir, telling the people that she don't know if she ever truly loved Shaq. Shaunie writes, looking back, I don't know that I was ever really in love with the man, but I was in love with the idea of being married to the man I had a family with. I was in love with the idea of building a life together. And it didn't take long for Shaq to enter the chat writing, trust me, I get it. I understand. I wouldn't have been in love with me either. Wishing you all the best. All love, Shaq.
The disrespect, bro. The disrespect. But fellas, this is why it don't pay to be a sucker for love, bro. I keep telling y'all, man, don't feed the birds. Do not ignore the bird in a woman, dog. Don't wife her up if she's showing signs that she's a bird. If you know for a fact that a woman is only with you just for your money, bro, it's better to keep your pride and save your money. Because this is how women treat men that they never respected. After you do the most for them, after you put them in a better position in life, after you're the reason why she could even write a book today, after you're the reason why she's even successful today, a bird will turn around and spit in your face, bro. I'm just keeping it real. That's why it don't pay to be a sucker for love, dog. Learn from this, man. But what y'all gotta understand is don't matter how much money you spend on a bird, don't matter how much of your money she takes, she still will never respect you, dog. A bird will never respect a man that she only was with because of his money. She will never respect you, bro. This right here is sad, man. Sad. If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.